Hello friends and my dear students. So in the last video, I told you about that why Java is called platform independent programming language. So there I discussed JVM, that is Java Virtual Machine, and also told that Java is a hybrid kind of programming language where both the translators are used, compiler and interpreter. So whatever source code is created using Java language, it is compiled, and after compilation the object or the class which is created will be executed using JVM. So JVM interacts with the operating system, and operating system provides the resources to JVM and executes the program. And this time I am going to tell you how to initialize the identifiers, how to use how to initialize the identifiers with octal literal, with hexadecimal literal, with biliteral, and with decimal literal. So as far as decimal literal is concerned, so decimal, normally when we initialize any identifier to a literal or the number, normally it is the integer or the decimal. By default, the number which we are using in the programming language, if it is integer, then hopefully this will be the decimal number. Okay. For example, this is the program. Here I have declared a variable x and initialize this identifier to literal 5. Likewise, string name. Name is an identifier which is initialized to a string, that is Rana. And if you move ahead in the next line, we see multiple initializations in the single statement, like a is equal to 5, comma b is equal to 7, comma c. So comma is the delimiter here, which is a token. And in the next line, we see c is equal to a plus b. So as I have told you that identifier which you are going to use in the program should have been declared before you are using it. So C is initialized here as the identifier, which does not have any value, but it might have the integer value. A and B are the integers which have been declared already. So A possesses 5 and B possesses 7. So on this stage, C is equal to A plus B. So A and B will be summed up and the result will be stored in the variable C. What is the identifier? As I have told you, that identifier points the location in the memory, right? So whichever literal you are going to store in the memory, the address of that location will be stored in the identifier. And that is why whichever identifier is there, every identifier stores the location of the particular data in the memory. In the next statement, when you say System.out.println, this is the printing statement. And over here, when you apply this function to print the sum of A and B, sum of A and B, sorry, sum of A and B. So when you say this, the sum of A and B is C. So this is the string, and if you apply plus operator, it means you are going to concatenate the value or the statement which is given here. The sum of A and B is then concatenation operator here, and then C. So C, whatever C holds will be printed as a string. So the sum of A and B is plus concatenation sign, then the value. So this time it should print the sum of A and B is 12. Okay. Next, if you are going to use the decimal or the, means the pattern other than the decimal, base other than the decimal, that is, if you want to use octal, in that case you will have to initialize the identifier to the value which should begin with 0, 0 prefix. So 0 followed by 0 to 7 digits, and this number, this figure will be treated as the octal number. Okay, so 0 here will indicate that this value is the octal number. You are going to initialize the identifier with the octal value, so 0 should be there in the beginning of the number. The next is for binary. So if you're going to initialize the identifier with the binary number, then you will have to use again 0 as prefix, followed by B, B for binary. And after B, you may take the pattern of the binary numbers like 0, B, 1, 0, 1, 0, whatever. So 0, 1 basically indicates a bit. 0 is 1 bit, 1 is 1 bit. So if you want to represent the binary, you will have to take pattern like 0 and the combination of 0 and 1s. So this way you can initialize an identifier with the binary number. The next is for hexadecimal. So hexadecimal is basically the collection of 16 digits. But in our system, we use only 10 digits, that is 0 to 9. So 0 to 9, there are 10 integers, and that is why it is called decimal. In octal number system, it uses only 8 digits, which is the combination of 0 to 7 digits. So it is octal. And in the binary, as you know, binary has only 2 digits, that is 0 and 1. And that is why this is called the binary system. So binary system, if you want to initialize and identify with the binary system, so use 0, B, and followed by 0 ones. So this way you can initialize identifier with the binary number. And if you want to initialize the identifier with the hexadecimal number, you will have to use 0x. 0x indicates hexadecimal. 0 small x, 0 capital X, both work. Okay, so x indicates the hexadecimal. Okay, and because there are 16 digits, hexadecimal means decimal means 10 and hexa for 6. So hexadecimal means it should have the 16 digits. So what should be the combination? So 0 to 9, there are 10 digits. And what about the rest of the 16 digits? Sorry, 6 digits. 0 to 9, there are 10 digits, and the remaining digits are 6. So what are those digits? So because 0 to 9 combines all the digits available. So what is the 11th digit? There is no 11 digit. There is no 12 digit. There is no 16th digit. And that is why over here 0 to 9 complete decimal set of 10 digits, and after that we use the alphabets A to F. So A, B, C, D, E, F. So over here A to F, there are 6 digits. A indicates 11, B indicates B indicates 12, C indicates 13, 4 indicates D indicates 14, and E indicates 15. Oh no, I think I have committed a mistake. So 0 to 9, they are 10 digits. After that, A to F, so they are 6 digits. That is A to F. So 0 to 9, 10, and A to F, 6. So 10 plus 6, 16. Okay, so A represents 11, B represents 12, C represents 13, D represents 14, E represents 15, and F represents 16. So this way, this hexadecimal works. Now, I am going to take the example on this screen in BlueJ. I am taking BlueJ here. I have created a class. Going to open the editor. It's over here. The Control A I can use. Control A and delete it. Over here, I'm taking the class, same class, initialization. Then public static void main. I'm not taking string args. I'm going to initialize an identifier. So over here, integer x, int x. I'm going to initialize this identifier to integer 10. Initialization of an identifier. Second, say string, the variable. I'm taking say name here. The data which I am going to give is Ravikant, and after that we have to put semicolon as the delimiter. Okay. I have committed a mistake again. Since this is a string and string should always be in double quotes. I have initialized this string, initialization of the identifier to a string. Next, if I take another integer like int y is equal to, say, taking multiple identifiers in single statement, say a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, and c is simply declaration. And this time I am going to say that multiple assignments in the single line. And since all the variables are declared here, and if I want to apply the expression like a plus b, and if I say System.out.println sum of a and b is plus c. So System.out.println, so system is the class and out is the object of this class or instance of this class, and println is the method of this object. Okay, now so this way you can get the declaration and how to initialize the variables After initialization of the variables, you can apply the expression, and after applying the expression, you can print the output. So here they are, the entire program is divided into three parts. This is the input statement, and this part is the process statement, and this part is the output statement. So the entire program or activity, programming activity, is divided into three parts: input, process, and output. So where you declare the identifiers, this is called the input, or take the data or take input for the variables or identifiers, it is called input. And where you put the formula, and whatever identifier or identifiers involved in the formula, they have the values. So whatever values they have, those values will be substituted here in the process. So the action will be taken on the entire input which you have initialized or entered through the runtime, entered at runtime. Then after processing, you will have to give the output. So this is the output part: System.out.println the sum of A and B plus C. So this part is the string. The sum of A and B is the complete string, and C is the identifier, and C will be replaced by the sum created here. But over here, if you see the output of this program, if I compile it, so there is no error. And if I am going to print the output, I'll have to click right and void main, and this way the output. So this is the previous output. Again, running this code. So this is the output. The sum of A and B is 30. But you must have noticed that A is not replaced by its value, and B identifier is not replaced by its corresponding value. Why so? It is because the sum of A and B is a complete string, and it is enclosed within double quotes. If you see it here, it is enclosed in double quotes. However, you can print the values of A and B. So how to print them? You will have to do one thing here. If you close the quote here, then concatenation, again concatenation of this string, concatenation, again concatenation, and I'm going to enclose is here. Now you see the output of this program. Compile, there is no error. I can see the output. Right click and select void main. It will give you the result. The sum of integers 10 and 20 is 30. So see the difference. If you are using the identifiers free from quotes, values will be used or literals will be used because they are without the quotes in the program. Okay, and if you deliberately put the quotes, then identifiers will be treated as the string or the characters. Hope this is clear to you. Now we are going to take different number systems. So for that, I'm going to take another program, going to create new class, and I'm giving number system. Okay, and over here I have to double click it and Control A and delete it. Now class num_sys public static void main, and this time I'm going to take in decimal value. So variable is say x, and I'm going to initialize it with the decimal 10, decimal initialization. Okay, I'm going to take binary, so taking b here, b is equal to 0b followed by 1010, binary digits, semicolon. So initializing identifier to binary number. The next is octal. Say OC is equal to 0, then say 3, 4, 5. So this is octal initialization of identifier to octal number, and I'm taking last one int hx, that is hex, and the hexadecimal should begin with 0x followed by some numbers. So I am taking face. Face means F digit, A digit, C digit, and A digit. So initialization of identifier to hexadecimal number. Now let's see the output. System.out.println decimal system plus x. This is decimal value. Next is I'm going to take binary value b over here, binary number system, then taking octal, this is octal, and giving OC, then hexadecimal, hexadecimal system is your HX. So let's see the output, compile it. If it doesn't give any error, it means you have taken the correct steps. So there is no error. It means for binary you will have to use 0b, for octal you will have to use 0, for hexadecimal you have to use 0x, and for decimal you can take the decimal directly. Now I'm going to see the output. Right click, void main. So here this is the output. Again, what I'm going to clear it. And next time I'm going to run it so that clear output I should get. So decimal number system is 10. Binary, as we have given 1010, 1010 is the binary of decimal 10. Octal, I have given 0, 3, 4, 5, I think. Yes, 0, 3, 4, 5. So its equivalent decimal is equivalent decimal is 229, and this is hexadecimal. I had given phase 0x phase, so this is the value in decimal of hexadecimal which I have declared in the program. So this way we can use the number system in our program, and while using the number system we'll be able to know what is the decimal of the corresponding number systems. So this is the decimal of binary number system, this is the decimal of octal number system whichever I had given, and this is the decimal of hexadecimal number system which I had given in the program. So this is clear to you, and if you have any issue kindly comment me just below the video in comment box, and if you like this video kindly share it with your friends and subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you get notification as and when new video is created and uploaded. We meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye.